Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty. Do it yourself spiritual awakening for divine in the flesh, where together we learn how to surf, hack, and navigate the ups and downs of the totality of human experience, creating a new earth beyond the limitations of this perception managed reality matrix of five senses, having discovered our true divine creative natures in our true sensual sensorial universe of seven senses, composing formless into form outside of the matrix in the true quantum field creation field universe. Before we get started, please do give this video a thumbs up. Please also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that when I upload videos, YouTube will let you know. I generally upload Tuesdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern. My name is Maria West, and I am your hostess of the highest, here to download, upload, inspire, and usher you into your bestest and brightest selves, your bestest and brightest light, and inviting you all to open your hearts wider and wider and wider still. Hello, my love bugs, my honey bunnies, my boobalas. Mwah! Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 252. And in today's video, I'm continuing with populating my video series playlists, reading aloud a translation that went from the Russian to the Arabic to the English of Hacking the Technogenic System by Vadim Zelen, who brought transurfing to the universe. And we hope that Vadim translates the book to English very soon. But until he does that, we're going to talk about it in the English from other translations with the personal efforts by my friends Moheel, Jawad, and Teodora, Salvia, who took it upon themselves to take on the task of sharing its wealth of knowledge, particularly applicable during this time in our human history. Yes, so I'm doing my part to share this invaluable information so that it can be integrated into knowledge and further integrated into wisdom. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and allow me to read to you chapter 7 of Hacking the Technogenic System. This chapter is entitled Poker Face. Question. You wrote saying it is necessary to display the slides every day for at least half an hour. That thought nestled in my head. If we look at the issue from the outside, it becomes clear that this half hour is a habit, such as brushing teeth, for example, or morning sports workouts. And I mean that it is not necessarily a rule and commitment as much as it is necessary as a regular periodic orientation toward the target's frequency. In everyday practice, however, everything turns into a nightmare, like I have to. Okay, we all know this one. What happens is the following. For several days or a week, I review the slides every day for at least half an hour, and everything is going well. But here I am waking up on a beautiful morning with the following thought whirling around in my head. I have to take time to show off the slides, and at the same moment, I have a fear that there may not be enough time to do so. But the mind does not even want to hear anything about such an excuse, and that is why it creates excess potential that makes the danger of neglecting any regular work on the slides a stifling anxiety. Even if the danger is just an alleged danger, yet one feels in him or her a constriction that invades everything in his or her chest. At the same time, the importance of the goal presses with urgency. And now I remember your words that visual imagination should not turn into a heavy commitment, and that this is what makes me more anxious. Okay? Yeah, we need to make it fun, kids. It is a vicious circle, and it's better to say madhouse. Answer. From time to time, you have to free yourself from any work and set aside a day for rest, especially when there is no success in the completion of any work. The Castanadians also known as the followers of Carlos Castaneda, of which I am a great student of his, call such a state an inactivity or inertia. And when you allow yourself, according to a previous plan, not to do any work, it is dissipated. At the same time, the energy that had been accumulated as a result of surplus burdens, as if you were working and making effort, at the same time, the intention to perform the expected work is stimulated. Attention occurs like a strong tendon, and then the string enters into action after a period of inactivity. The energy that was previously accumulated is released. And there is another way. In order for regular work not to become a burden, it must be transformed into habit, ritual, as I call it. However, this requires in the first stage to make some efforts, especially at the level of will. And after the work becomes normalized, it no longer constitutes any burden, okay? The best thing in this context is to practice your habit of showcasing slides in a noisy manner while you do your usual daily chores. This method is most effective method, all right? Whatever works, whatever work you do, always return your thoughts to your goal time and time again and balance the information that is available with what you are striving to achieve. In other words, always keep your target slide inside your display device. Keep it in your mind on a firm footing. Work consciously and never worry. Hence, this chapter can be summarized through the following points. Number 1, if the goal is sufficiently considered and difficult to attain, then the outer intention may initially offer mostly modest options. In such a situation, these humble gifts should please you, and at the same time, you must trust that precious gifts are on their way to you. So in law of attraction, it is ask, it is given. Intend, it is given. Okay? Because we are grand creators after all, and that is our purpose, to move formless into form in our own unique way. Number 2, the slide does not have to be a strange picture on the screen, but rather the image must be the supposed image of your life, you personally in it. And in this case, the image will be integrated over time. Then it will be realized in the daily reality gradually. And remember that there is no need to set a time frame. It can be said, however, that each one of us should have his or her own slide technique. Okay, so we talked about this. I'm going to talk about that. I am going to upload at the end of the video, my video regarding slides and affirmations, mantras, etc. Because sometimes the verbiage works better because some of us have a hard time visualizing. Number 3, every human being has his own reality, even if they live next to each other or in the same home. And I am unable to mentally, metaphysically influence the reality of the other. Others are also unable to influence your reality. It is true that you can create a common reality by making joint efforts, but in such a situation, you must share the qualification with others. Okay, number 4, I advise that you do not fail to write down the forms of your thoughts. Here we go. For you are thus creating, in the literal sense of the word, the image and form of your reality. In the morning, you can set directions to achieve something, and in the evening, you confirm your successes and the steps you have taken in the direction. Okay, stronger and stronger will be fixed in the reservoir of your mind, and then accordingly in your everyday reality. So this is to focus attention throughout the day and throughout the night. Okay, number 5, there is no need to resist doubts, and if doubts invade you, let them be a little in your head. So no pushing up against all those doubts. Then feel free to return your attention to the goal as if it has been achieved. Always as if it has already been achieved. your attention stream may divert from time to time to here and there. So do not bother, because the main thing in all of this is to keep your average attention drawn steadily toward the goal, upon the goal. Okay, the final outcome with you in it. In the meantime, it should work with the slides regularly and without regression. Then temporary doubts will not be an obstacle for you. Number 6, all you have to do is display in your mind the image of your festive life as you imagine it to be. This is not a bank account, right? Live in your own virtual world, and I call such a pursuit a purposeful flight of clouds. With time, the doors will open that allow you to enter the festival hall. I love that so much. Number 7, in general, the mirror of the world is something of great quality, and the soul is quickly taken in directly, but it is not necessary for you to have a headache thinking about how to achieve your dream, because the mirror itself will show you this. The difficulty here is limited to only one thing. Do not allow yourself to be taken over and absorbed in the illusion of the mirror. In everyday reality, especially in the first period, something will happen completely different to the thing that you are viewing in your virtual projector that forces you to question and causes you to worry and panic. And in this moment of confusion, a person throws his tape and begins to watch the events that are taking place, and panic has gripped them. And this is the illusion that the mirror suggests. So you cannot pay attention. Yes, got it? Number 8, what is required now is to remain firm in your position until the end. So you have to focus on the end result only. Rather, I almost say, you must be cunning as well. Play this poker face game. They threaten me, deceive me, make fun of me, and I stay cool, calm, and collected and go on my way uninterrupted. I don't care about the nightmare that appears on the screen. The outer screen, it's the matrix. Do not fall for the distraction. But I peek cunningly from time to time to see which tape is being displayed on the projector. No, you can't read my poker face. Don't allow yourself to get caught in the game they're trying to impose on you. The matrix is always trying to distract you, but you play your own. In all cases, the image of the mirror will change sooner or later and be compatible with the tape, the upcoming frame that you are reviewing, that you are focusing in on, the end result. It simply has no other way out. Those are the rules of the game. Number 9, if you remain steadfast and firm in your position, then quickly you will see how the details of the past begin to disappear little by little from the sector of your universe, and then appear on its ruins the signs of the future, the upcoming reality in your layer of the universe, the future that you yourself drew in the impossible myth that you created. This is like replacing stage decor items. The only difference is that the change is barely noticeable and looks like another reality started penetrating from an adjacent world in your real world. The more impudent it is, the more natural the result you will get. At the end of the day, the mirror will believe you and walk in obedience according to the illusion that you have created, just so as you have done before. Oh, dudes, that's so cool. So the intuitive significance of this game and the state of being presented in it can be summed up as follows. There are those who create illusions, and then there are those who just watch them. So you choose your own role. Number 10, it is not good for you to make working on slide targets a commitment that burdens you. Okay, if it's a pain in the ass and you're stressed out, fuck it. Go take a walk somewhere, okay? All right, 11, so that regular work does not become a burden, make it a habit. Make it fun, okay? Make it something enjoyable. The critical importance, this is 12, in slides is the intense focus and not diligence you put. Number 13, slide technique does not assume any restrictions or strict rules. You can and should do so as you see fit and as often as you like. Number 14, in your hands only. Your world is at your disposal. Your universe is at your disposal. I am completely incapable of mentally influencing the reality of others. Number 15, if you do not stop at the limits of the slide and its imagination, but go beyond this to write down what you see, then the effectiveness increases significantly. Oh yeah, the power of journaling, taking notes, my friends. Number 16, the slide should be worked on regularly and continuously, and then there will be no place for doubts. Number 17, visualize the day off. The emptiness in your mind intentionally. Display it as you imagine it. Live in your virtual world. Fly behind the clouds purposefully. 18, do not allow yourself to get caught up in the game that is imposed on you, but dictate your own. Number 19, play with the world a game. Believe. Can't imagine, impose on the mirror what your imagination has created. Give it an order and say to her, now look here and do what I command you. 20. The term poker face means to not show any emotion in your face. Now, if you persistently review your film in your mind, your goals in your mind's eye, reality will sooner or later coincide with it. Reality does not have to hide, and that is its nature. You are not the only follower of reality, but reality is dependent on you as well. But the question remains, which of you owns the initiative? Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I hope you enjoyed my reading of Chapter 7, Poker Face, which heralds the end of part 1, that is. Next time we begin part 2, the technical environment, with my reading of Chapter 8 entitled Social Parasites. Okay, my loves, so please help me grow this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comments box below or in private. Please share this video with your communities, friends, family members, and on social media platforms you feel would benefit from this content. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that the YouTube will let you know when I upload next. And if you find value, enjoy, benefit from my content, or at least entertained by them, won't you please consider supporting my work through a donation? My PayPal link is below. Or perhaps you'd enjoy buying me the proverbial cup of coffee, so to speak, on mycoffee.com/Dakini Kiss link. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me, with your participation and your focused attention. I really do appreciate it. I cannot do this work without you, and I do this work especially for those of you knowing that you are so much more than what the Matrix wants to limit and define you to only be. So until next time, my dear hearts, always act from love outside of the Matrix, from your center screen, composing a new reality. That's right. Let's start quantum jumping all our lifelines, going higher and higher and higher, so that we can all be the love that we are. We can share our love. We can create, make art, make music, make love, and you can all help me repopulate the true quantum field creation field universe. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my beautiful divine in the flesh. Mwah!